Hi, and welcome to Clover Culinary. Thank you for coming to my kitchen here in Jersey City, New Jersey. Tonight's recipe is a classic gourmet fancy special occasion recipe, and it's also really easy to make. It's chicken marsala. Now, since it's easy to make, it's a fun recipe to make with a friend because you could just have fun with it. It's basically 3 ingredients, a little more than that. You just have fun with it, and then when you're done cooking with your friend, you have something special and delicious to have. Because it's a special recipe that's easy to make, it's a perfect recipe to make with a friend. And I have a friend coming over to make this with me. It's my dear friend, Wendy Stuart. She's an actress, model, party host, MC host, and she'll be here soon, and I'm going to teach her how to make this recipe because she also hosts a show called Pandemic Cooking, and she doesn't know this recipe, but when will I tell her how much fun and easy it is to make and how delicious it is. Oh, that must be her now. Hi, Wendy. So I can't wait to tell you this new recipe. Well, for you, so you've never made this chicken marsala.
I've never made chicken marsala, and Clover, thank you so much for inviting me over. This is such a nice way to be during the Christmas holidays, to be cooking with you. A dish I've never made before. Oh, I'm worried.
Oh, don't worry about it because this is an easy dish to make, and it's a delicious dish, and it's a special occasion dish, so it's a perfect way to have a friend come over and dish while you make this great dish.
Right. Well, dish while we make the dish. Now, what made you decide to do a French dish, right? Marsala is French?
No, it's Italian.
Oh,
actually,
my gosh.
Marsala wine was invented in Italy.
Ah.
Actually, it's Sicily, the island.
That's at the tip of the boot?
That's at the tip of the boot.
The tip of that boot,
So
okay.
it's a fortified wine invented in Sicily. Eventually, they discovered that it was good for cooking. It has a wonderful flavor for cooking. So then the mainstream Italy peninsula, then all over Europe, and now we make it here in New Jersey.
We're here in Jersey City making chicken marsala.
There's a lot of us Sicilian immigrants here in New Jersey.
Are you Sicilian, Clover?
No, I'm not Sicilian.
Oh, okay. But I know you can make this.
But I'm men enough Sicilians. But this is a very easy recipe.
Oh my God, haven't we all?
Yes.
Recipes aside, can we talk about Sicilian men? You know our friend Nick Lyon is Sicilian.
He's Sicilian. Oh, I knew he was Italian or he was Sicilian.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
there you go.
Well,
okay.
It figures. So it's so easy. It's just basically 3 ingredients: chicken, mushrooms, and marsala wine.
Ooh.
So we're just simple to make. So we could start by cutting the mushrooms up. We have fresh mushrooms. Do you want to cut them?
Oh my gosh, you're letting me actually cook. Alexis Flame wouldn't let me cook when I shot with her. No.
Actually, a lot of chefs are like that.
Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Am I doing it right? Or do you do them in thirds?
You do them as...
They're awfully mushrooms.
When you cook yourself, you could make them chunky, thick, or
I can do whatever I want. I'm having freedom with these mushrooms, Clover.
A lot of chefs don't like other people chopping in their kitchens, but you know, this is a fun, easy recipe. Why not? You
right.
know?
I mean, you wouldn't have invited me over unless you were going to let me chop, right, Clover?
Right. No, it's good to release your tension.
It is. It's like it's very empowering. Taking that knife and it's the sound on here getting out. Oh my God, what a year! Getting out my aggression from the year.
And then it will result in something delicious.
Okay.
So you could slice the mushrooms however you want. Some like it thick, some like it thin.
Isn't that the truth? Mm-hmm. Some like it thick, some like it thin.
So how are you going to slice them?
Is that good, Clover? Is that what you had in mind?
These mushrooms are easy to slice. They're nice and I had my gorgeous production assistant Carlos. He washed them and scrubbed them for us. After you cook them, then they call caramelize, and they'll be great.
What's caramelization?
It's when you cook something that turns brownish.
Ah, yes. Okay. Is that good?
That's good.
Oh, they shrink. Yeah. Little deceptive devils that they are. They shrink when you put them in the pan.
Yep.
Don't you hate when that happens? Okay, here we go.
So now we have to prep our chicken breast. Now you know the way we do that, you see how the chicken breast does not have an even thickness. Parts of it are thick and the other part is thin, and that's it won't cook consistently. So we have to tenderize and pound our chicken breast so it will be all the same level. People like breasts to be all the same thickness.
And level in life.
Yes, and I should say chicken breast cutlets.
Chicken breast cutlets, right.
Should all be the same size and thickness.
Got it.
So we'll press them.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. When we pound them, we are tenderizing them?
It's just tenderizing them too.
Tenderizing them. So if I take a recipe and it says tenderize, that means I'm pounding it.
That's a fancy chef, gourmet chef
I
way
love
of
that.
pounding.
I'm tenderizing. I'm pounding my.
But what you really want to do is make sure, so don't, the thin part.
Why do you
don't
keep
really have to
touching it like
pound.
that, Clover? You can't stop.
No, I can't. This is a chicken breast, though.
Okay. All right.
So now when you pound it, make sure you pound the thick part. So
Okay.
So the objection is not just to tenderize, but to make it all the same thickness.
So we have to make it consistent.
Consistent thickness.
Okay.
So we'll cover it when we pound it so no chicken juice or breast goes flying.
We don't want anything flying in the air. Oh, look, Clover, don't they look cute?
They
Snug
do
as a
look
bug
cute.
and a rug under their little piece of plastic there.
Okay, so I'll pound one, and I'll show you, then you could pound the other. We'll use the
Cool.
flat side. This is more for beef. We got the chicken here. You just go flatten the thick side out. And try to make it as flat as the thinner side.
Clover, that seems like a lot of pounding that you have to do.
No, it's not. It goes by fast.
It does go by fast.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's
See
just-
what I mean?
There you go. Yours is great. It's great. Well, it's great that way. It's thin enough. You don't
Nice
feel
and
like
thin.
That's what I'll
Okay.
pound my thing as thin as yours.
We have a pounding competition.
Yes, we do. So next we'll season the chicken breast a little bit, and then we're going to dip it in flour. This will help it fry up nice and golden brown. It will keep the juices in.
All right.
So just take a breast,
Take a breast and salt it good.
salt it good, and then pepper it.
And now, how do you know how much to use?
Oh, I used too much there.
There you go. My point exactly.
But you just play it by ear. There's no rules in cooking.
Oh, that's really smart. You just hit the other chicken breast with it, right?
Yeah, so
and
it
then they
goes
have
all
pepper
over,
on them,
yeah.
and it's good. And it's totally natural when you do it like that.
Totally natural like this.
All
And then
right,
we
this is
just-
going to be the fun part.
Yes, this is. And it's very hard to It's hard to cook boneless chicken breast cutlets because they dry out easily. So this will help it not to dry out, and keep the
Ooh,
juices in, and it
okay.
will be a nice golden brown color. So just put both sides in the breast, in the flour,
Okay.
and put it
Just
aside.
just a little dip there.
Yeah, just a dip on both sides.
Okay, that looks pretty
Yeah,
easy.
So here, now you can do the other one.
Okay, so this is going to be my chicken breast. How will we know it's mine? Are we going to put like my name on it or something? Okay, now, oh, should I flip the chicken breast over so that I can season it on the other side? Yeah, I like when my things are equally seasoned. It's just funny that way. Look, I have more control, I think, if I do it like that.
People just use it with their hands.
Control. Okay, pepper. Yeah, where's the,
Here's the pepper.
Good. I don't want to get pepper on my hands because you know I wear contact lenses, Clover, and then if I touch my eye, oh my God, it won't be pretty.
No,
There you
it
go.
won't be pretty,
All right,
no.
now bottoms up, like that, right? And then put it on the other side.
Yep.
Oh, this is really easy.
Yeah.
This is my kind of meal. You know, I always say, who has time to be spending
Right.
hours cooking these days? So, Clover, what is making you decide to cook your chicken in a nonstick pan that you plug in? Why aren't you using a stove?
Well, that's a good question, Wendy. This recipe is so easy. We only have to use one pan.
Oh, I like
We'll
that.
only have one pan to cook up. And this pan is great because it's a nice size. It's a 12-inch pan and it has high sides. It'll hold the chicken. It will hold our sauce. So it'll be great.
So, Clover, the pan looks brand new. Is this your first time using
Oh
it?
no, well, it's a non-stick. This is a really great non-stick surface.
You learn something every
Yeah, and
day.
it washes up really easily. These non-stick surfaces. So we're gonna cook the chicken in olive oil.
Okay, I love olive oil.
So, like I always say, preheat your pan and your oil first before you cook anything in it. I used about 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
3 tablespoons, okay.
Or maybe a little more.
I use a lot. I love olive oil.
Yeah,
It's so
actually,
good. It's good for your skin.
You put it on the skin of that you're eating. It makes your skin good.
It does. It's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
You can dip your bread in it too.
Yeah, that's what they do instead of butter. The Mediterranean people, the
Yes, they
Sicilian
do.
people. Yes, in Sicily they make the great Marsala wine, and they make the great olive oil.
Those Sicilians are so smart and good looking.
Yes, they are. Oh, yes. So we'll wait for the oil to heat up.
Great.
So I think
Okay.
be
Should I
very
stand
careful.
back so I don't get hit with the oil?
well, hopefully it shouldn't splatter too much.
Okay. Oh, it didn't splatter at all. That's great.
Because of
I had somebody on my cooking show that I thought I was getting third-degree burns from.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Because
I think I saw that
every
episode.
burner was on, the oil was going everywhere, and
Four burners.
Four burners.
Oh my God! Talk about a show off. I just put the cutlets about 3 minutes each, or 4 minutes for the first time and 3 minutes on the second side. So we'll wait 3 minutes for the one and wait another 4 minutes.
So 7 minutes total cooking time.
Yeah, you don't ever want to overcook your chicken breasts because a lot of people overcook their chicken breasts and they come out rubbery. That's the thing. So the good thing to do is get a meat thermometer, which I have, but we don't need it. I'm just going to cook it 7 minutes. So after 3 minutes, you'll see the edges look like they're cooked, and we'll just flip them for another 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so it looks like our chicken cutlets are done now.
Look at that, it's golden brown, just the way
that's-
you said it was going to be.
Yep, the flour helps a lot with that. Gives
Oh,
some
it smells
color.
so good, Clover.
I know. When we use the Marsala wine, then it will really taste good. So now the chicken breasts are cooked now. We just cook our mushrooms right in the same pan.
Now we just throw the mushrooms in like that? We don't have to season them or
No,
anything?
you don't have to season the mushrooms.
Ah.
Actually, this recipe is not a very seasoned recipe because we get most of the flavor from the wine, the Marsala wine, so we don't really see.
Do we get to drink some of that wine too?
No.
It's just for cooking?
Actually, that's a good point I wanted to say. I just bought the cooking wine. Because I like this brand that has all the flavor and none of the alcohol. So you could either buy a bottle of Marsala wine at your liquor store, or they might sell it in your grocery store with special cooking wines. And because I don't like the alcohol, I do like the flavor that this brought.
So let me ask you about cooking wine, because I always thought that you took like old red wine, you've heard people say this,
right.
and they cook with it.
Right.
So how, this does not have the alcohol content?
No, maybe very minute amounts. But if you use wine that you get at the liquor store, the alcohol will usually bubble out or evaporate out, so you don't have to worry about serving it to children or getting tipsy from it. But like
don't you want to get tipsy from it?
No, I don't really want to get tipsy from it.
Like to get
not
tipsy
not from my
it.
cooking. So actually, let's open this and smell the cork.
Oh, it smells like wine.
Yes.
Oh, I'm curious. What's the percentage of alcohol in this? How many proof is it?
Oh, I don't think it really has much.
It has nothing.
No.
So, like, if I
Nothing's
were to
worth
drink
talking
this,
about.
nothing would happen.
No, nothing would happen. This way will stop
so
you from.
disappointing.
No, this is good because it stops you from never cook and drink. Never cook and drink. Never drink and cook. Never cook and drink.
Never drink and drive. Never cook and drink.
Well, you could stir the mushrooms around so they cook evenly.
Double, toil and trouble.
Another brown. So the mushrooms are done now. You see they're brown, they're caramelized,
Right.
and they did shrink. We got some of the nice mushroom juices in the pan.
Are you going to take that juice and pour it over the chicken too?
Yeah, you'll see what we're going to do. So we're going to take the mushrooms out now.
Oh, it smells good, Clover. Yum.
Excellent sauce.
Oh,
So-
brandy is in here.
Yeah.
That's
Four
what's
cups
doing
brandy.
it.
So we'll pour the bottle. This is about 3 cups.
You're putting the whole bottle
Yeah, so,
in.
yeah, around 3. If you have like a big bottle, just pour in about 3 cups.
Okay.
And then we put in, to thicken the sauce, corn starch. This is about 3 or 4 tablespoons.
Now
of
that's
cornstarch.
interesting. Because when you were pouring that Marsala wine in there, I was thinking to myself, it's so watery.
Oh.
So how do you make it thick? So you
This
use
is
cornstarch.
You can use flour, but most people use cornstarch. I use cornstarch. Besides the wine, you could put a little chicken broth. Now, depending on your preference, some people like the wine taste. And I add about, this is 1.5 cups of chicken broth.
Oh, so you have chicken broth in it too.
Depending on your preference, you could use more chicken broth and less wine. Like if you,
I want more wine.
yes, we like the more wine for the flavor. Now the sauce is thickening and the sauce is done. So we just, isn't this an easy sauce to make? We don't have to worry about seasoning.
Easy peasy.
Or salting or adding herbs or spices. It's because we have all the flavor from the wine. So we add our
Your
chicken breast back in the
There
pan.
they go. Everybody in the pool. There we go.
Oops. And then you add the mushrooms back into the pan on top of the chicken. Then you put the lid back on and you let it simmer so all the flavors merge together. Let it simmer for about 5 or 7 minutes. And then we will have a gourmet, delicious, easy to make feast.
I have to say it, and you know what? It's impressive the way it looks.
Yes.
Like you actually look like you know what.
Yeah, you look like you're a great chef.
Yeah.
So it's great to have for a special occasion. If you have friends over for a dinner party, you want to impress them or you want to impress your man.
I'm impressed.
You know? Well, and it's delicious and easy to make.
My man is impressed that I can do anything at all in the kitchen. He's easily impressed. Yeah, this looks great.
And how many pots and pans do you have to clean up? 1.
Well, the ticket, I think, also is I love that you're doing this in an electric pan. I think that that's really appealing to a lot of people, you know?
Right. You know.
Like me.
Okay, so now we want to... There we have it, chicken with Marsala wine sauce.
Ooh, that looks really good.
Just 3 basic ingredients, delicious wine, delicious sauce, easy to make, 1 pot to clean up. Who could ask for anything more?
Diamonds. A girl could ask for diamonds.
In the culinary department, though. So you just always serve it over pasta or rice or noodles because you want something that's going to absorb all this delicious sauce.
And then you put, oh, that looks so good when you put the sauce over the noodles there. Yummy.
And there we have it, our homemade chicken marsala.
Made in Clover's home, right here in her kitchen. Looks gourmet.
Mm-hmm. What could be more fun than having a friend come over, you wear your pearls, and you cook together?
Well, I have to say we are wearing our pearls tonight, aren't we, Clover? My pearls came from Alexis Flame. I don't think she'd give me heirlooms.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
But they're so pretty. And they're perfect to wear to cook with because I think people should get dressed up to cook.
They should.
Right?
So tell us about your cooking show. You just started cooking about a year.
I did. I started the show in a response to the pandemic. They shut down New York March 12th and March 13th. I stood in my kitchen and I thought, everything I do, right, being on stage, doing film, modeling, all of it came to a crashing halt. What was I going to do? I stood in that kitchen and I said to my husband Alan that makes documentary films with me, he's the shooter, I said, what are we going to do? And I looked at him and said, we'll do a cooking show. And he said to me, there's just one problem, Wendy, you don't cook.
No. Well, it's a good time to start, right? I mean, there's so many wonderful restaurants in Manhattan that a lot of New Yorkers don't bother to learn how to cook, but they really should cook anyway.
Who has time to cook in New York? You know, when you're a performer, that's what you're doing. And you're getting from place to place, and there's, you know, you're grabbing whatever you can on the run. So the one thing that's really happened from the pandemic, right? Look at us. We're sitting here eating, Clover. We have never done this. Do you realize that?
Oh, not at a home, no, only in restaurants.
Right.
Or at events. That's right.
Well, we're moving and everything's frenetic and, you know, none of us sit down and talk. So I guess the upside, if there is one to the pandemic, we get to do this, which is cool.
So before we eat this all up, tell our viewers about your book. I read it. It's hilarious, Last Mile Standing.
Thank you so much. So my book is called She's the Last Mile Standing. It's available on Amazon. And it's about my life coming to New York in the late 70s, really all the way up to now. And it's just a story really of, I tell people this all the time, tap dancing my way through my life and surviving. Because every pitfall, every door that was shut in my face, I found a way to get around it. And it's meant to be an inspirational book. It's meant to make you laugh. And in many ways, when I think of it now, it's just like pandemic cooking. Funny, inspirational, made to make people feel better, right? And that's what I'm about. That's what you're about too, though.
That's what I'm about too. Yeah, that's why we get along so well.
No, I know.
We're both blondes.
Right, we're both blondes. We wear pearls well.
Yes.
We know about lashes, lipstick, and all of that. But yeah, it's about, you know, taking what you have inside and getting it out there so that other people read it and they have what's called that aha moment. Oh, I can connect with what she's saying. Yeah, so, that's what I'm trying to do.
So that's She's the Last Mile Standing. You could just search that on Amazon or search Wendy Stuart.
It's www.wendystuarttv.com, and it has the link right there on my website and a picture of the book, and you can just go there, click, and order my book and read about my life. And then you can get in touch with me and I'll autograph it.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'm about that, right? Shameless
Yeah.
self-promotion.
Right. Or they can find out what parties or events you're going to be performing at and bring the book, go to the event.
There are people that have
Yeah.
done that, which is really, really cool. And they get in touch with me and they're like, you have to sign my book. I ordered your book. Listen, Clover, I can't wait to get out there again.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, this
Right.
virtual stuff has been fun, but it's not the same as being on a
No,
stage.
not nearly at all. Not nearly.
You know, and getting that feedback from people. Even if you tell a joke, you know, virtually, it's just like air, silence. It's, you know what would be a great idea? Oh my God, you
Yeah.
bring out the best in me. We should have an app that we could put, right, when we're doing any of this virtual stuff, and you hit the app and it puts a laugh track in.
Oh, that's a good
Genius.
Genius.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be really great.
Oh my God, we're going to make a fortune.
Oh.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, so Pandemic Cooking, you can find on my YouTube channel, which is Wendy Stuart TV. I've got Pandemic Cooking on there, 93 episodes.
Wow.
And one of my favorite things to do on Pandemic Cooking, I love cooking with people. I had a great time here with you today. You know, cooking's like just about getting together, feeling good, you know, creating.
Right.
Right? And
Very
and
creative.
then look what we have at the end. We have food, delicious food that we can eat. So yeah, you can see any of my episodes of Pandemic Cooking on my YouTube channel, along with, I have 2 other shows. I have Triversity Talk, which is my LGBTQ show.
Right.
I interview people in entertainment, in film, lawyers, politics that are players in the LGBTQ world that are trying to make a difference. And then my newest show with Tim Moss is called If These Walls Could Talk, and that's musicians, actors, you know, anybody in the arts on that. So yeah, I'm turning it out, Clover, best I can.
I'm Lady Clover Honey here with Wendy Stuart at Clover Culinary. Thank you so much for stopping by.